Good morning. It is Saturday, August 3rd, and it is time for another garden update. Last evening we had a rain shower, which was just so refreshing, and everything is just glistening this morning. Let's start today's update with the banana squash. Came out earlier this week to find the banana squash looking like this, when it had been looking like this. And the only explanation I have is that this side was not mulched. This side was mulched. I had not watered for almost a week. So mulch is really good and helpful for keeping your plants alive when you're being slow at getting your watering done. Here are some teeny Moringa trees that I didn't think were going to grow because I kept finding the seeds dug up. But there they are. Don't know how big they're going to get. And I'm going to try and overwinter the roots so that they'll grow back in the spring. So we will see what happens. Rarely have I had watermelons grow so thick. It's absolutely gorgeous. I'm disappointed in the beans because they should all be climbing that fence. But I got a watermelon that started and then it turned black. I don't know what happened, and I'm curious as to see what it's going to do. But there are other watermelons hanging off this fence here. So I am curious to see how they're going to do. Especially these ones, since I had intended to hand pollinate them, and when I went to do it, their flowers had turned black, so I don't know what that means. Oh well. As long as I get watermelons, I'll be happy. And see here is one of the beans. And it goes up and up and up and up and up and all the way to the top. And I should have a whole fence of beans looking like that. So I don't know what their problem is this year. The tomato stem that I planted down here, well, it's not doing anything because I did not keep it moist like I should have. If I had kept it moist, it probably would still be alive and starting to grow. I've got some tomatoes though. And over here, I need to pluck some beets, and the Swiss chard is ready for another harvest. Gonna get that done. I cannot get over these pumpkin vines. They are spectacular. Ooh, dragonflies, ooh. And the zucchinis have all of a sudden just exploded with growth. In fact, I found a couple of zucchinis here the other day that I had to pull. Look at the amaranth. And I noticed one for today. Zucchini. And they're gonna come off. Maybe. Aha! These cucumbers, these ones are starting to grow really thickly. And these ones, well, they reached a height and then they kind of stopped. That's okay. As long as I get some cucumbers. Lettuce needs to be plucked quickly because it's starting to bolt. It's okay. If I don't eat it, I'll have seed for next year. Even the zinnias are finally starting to bloom. Now if I would just get ambitious and mow it all down and weed it all out and make it look pretty. But then, hey, maybe this is what I like. Oh. I love my lavender. I love my lavender. There aren't any right now, but yesterday I had like about 5 bumblebees. I just love watching the bumblebees go from flower. Oh, there's one. Oh, there's 2. There we go, yeah. Little bumblebee, little bumblebee. Oh. Hiding here under the cucumber is a nasturtium. So a couple of them grew. I was expecting, 3 feet tall vines, but I'll take what I can get. My front garden here is way overgrown. I've just not kept up with it. I've had a hard time with my joints. But hey, I've still got, cotton growing. I need to work on this watermelon. It's struggling a little bit. This tomato is looking good, but I am surprised it didn't grow much bigger. Because I expected everything in here to grow wild, and it's grown wild, but the things that I wanted to grow wild haven't. And killing off the bindweed here. Maybe next year will be better if I can keep getting this taken care of. The front flower bed's been having a bit of a hard time with all of the heat. But look, I've got a blooming gladioli. My poor black-eyed Susans are suffering a little bit. These ones are doing better. Oh, these ones are doing much, much better. I have tried to keep it moist. And I do have more coming up. See, all of these right here are black-eyed Susans that started from seeds this spring. So hopefully by the end of the season, I'll have a whole mass of beautiful blooms here. You see in my irises, the heat has taken its toll on them, even though I have watered. Let's check in on the cuttings that I took in June. Here we have forsythia, and some of them are starting to put out roots. I got one that needs to be removed. As long as it doesn't get rotten, we're good. The elderberries. Oh, huh. Well, I've only got 2 elderberries, but they're rooted. I don't know if these currants are going to do anything. I need to clean the water. I definitely need to clean the water. And here we have some honeysuckle. Down in here are what I hope are strawberries. And here I have peppers. And the peppers I am planning on growing in the house for the winter. And there's even roots here on the tomato already.